drama this morning. A little bit of drama. Hello guys, and welcome to another video. Good morning, actually. It is a brisk morning here in good old New Hampshire. We got some snow. We got a lot of snow, like a lot of snow. Probably, obviously not the biggest snowstorm, guys, I've ever experienced, but certainly up there. I'll talk to you guys sort of about a very specific topic, which would be modes, more so race mode, because a lot of people have been asking me who are kind of new to even like Mk7s. They've reached out and they're like, oh, is the Golf R actually worth it? How adaptive is it? You know, it has all these great modes, all these different modes. Is race mode actually like a difference? Because a lot of people who've driven GTIs and so on, they have had sport modes, and well, they've had sport modes, and as you guys know how sport modes go, a little stiffer steering is not necessarily what I would call a fun time. The cool thing with the Golf R is it completely changes that, and I'll dive into that when we get to our location. Thank you. All of the right noises. We're almost at our location. As you guys can hear, that suspension is having its time back there, clunking away. All right, so this looks like an awesome spot. All right, so guys, let's go into our drive select right here. We go to mode, and as you guys can see, we're currently in eco mode. Then this is comfort, normal, and of course race, and that's the topic of this video. As you guys can maybe hear in the background, the valves did just open, but that is only one of the many things that does change when you put this car into race mode. Alright, so we're gonna go through all the individual things that you can tweak with race mode, and actually throughout all the other modes too. So obviously, dynamic chassis control, the first thing, this is our suspension. So we do have adaptive like mag ride in this car, and we can adjust it from comfort to normal to race, and realistically the only big difference is comfort to race. Normal's sort of like a bit of a more so on the race side of things, so it is a little stiff. Comfort is pretty smooth, but race mode is really quite stiff. It helps this car get around those corners nicely. I find it to be kind of nice in my my driving style. Steering, we can change the steering dampening, so a little bit more effort to turn. It obviously adds more weight to the steering. It gives it more of a dynamic feel. Drive system, so this is our Haldex. This is probably right alongside with the responsiveness to your Haldex slash just your your drivetrain in general. So drive system, when that is in race mode, your throttle is going to be a lot more responsive, and of course the Haldex is probably going to kick in a little bit quicker. Adaptive cruise control, this is really only for when you're using your adaptive cruise control. So if you want to go from more of a responsive kind of really tailgate that person, put it in race. Otherwise comfort, I don't ever tweak that. And then kind of adaptive front system. So this is your beams, obviously your headlights. So when you're turning, the beams themselves, they turn as well. And of course engine sound. So those are our valves, and actually I missed climate control. But yeah, engine sound. Race mode with engine sound, of course, gets those valves nice and open, and we close them. More intake, less exhaust, and of course open again. So it is kind of neat. It is, definitely a big difference. All right, so now that we're in race mode, pretty much our entire trip, aside from leaving that toll booth, was in eco mode. It was kind of in our basic mode. What is this race mode all about? Now, as I said before, once you change your drive system, your suspension, your steering, everything is you know, on the suspension side of thing, and the steering very dampened, you know, quite stiff. Throttle wise, it's going to be a lot more responsive. Now the nice thing about being more responsive with throttle is it's just going to feel a little bit faster. It might not be faster, and that's perfectly fine as long as we get a little bit more engagement from the car. There's nothing to go wrong there. Now, as you guys can see, the road is a little bit little slick right now, so just so you know, as you might have seen kind of in some snippets of the video, we are up to temp right now. So yeah, so what we'll do is actually, how about this? We'll start the car off in comfort mode. It's very smooth. And then we'll put it in race mode. Yeah. Valves opened as they do. Car kind of kept in a little bit of a higher gear, but that's perfectly fine because we don't want to go too quick on this little side road. A little bit of drama this morning. The modes make a huge difference, and it's really cool because, you know, over time it's kind of annoying always being in a race car, you know, always having that race car feel. The fact that I can kind of jump out of it by putting it into comfort, normal, eco, you name it, just makes this car a lot more enjoyable, a lot less kind of boring over time. And it's hard, it's crazy to say that this thing could ever get boring over time, but it does get a little bit of annoying. It can be a little annoying driving around a very loud, you know, stiff feel, and it kind of all of that, all of the like. It's really nice that I can kind of dial it down and make it to more of a as a consumer-friendly car. But yeah, hopefully you guys liked the video. Hopefully it shined a little bit of light onto the modes on this car and actually the difference that they do make, because believe it or not, they make a pretty large difference with the car. If you haven't driven a Golf R and you know, you haven't gone through the modes yet to really try the car out, I do recommend it. You really get to feel the full potential of this car, this platform, and so on. So yeah, definitely a sweet thing to check out. And yeah, I'm gonna end it there, but thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment and hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace and love.